With the attention of thousands of Android fans worldwide, the OnePlus One was debuted back in April with a jaw-dropping price of $299 for the 16GB model and $350 for the 64GB. Months have passed, other phones have been released, and OnePlus is still on the verge of letting you pre-order the phone. Is it still worth it? I'm Jack from AndroidGuys.com. Let's check it out. When you think of a $300 phone, you question whether the thing is durable and built to last, especially from a brand new company such as OnePlus. But rest easy, folks, the OnePlus feels amazing. The sandstone back cover surprised me by how nice it felt. It provided a good sense of grip, but it is not at all rough on the hand like you might think. Honestly, it had a cloth or denim feel to it. The silver lining around the front of the phone looks really cool and gives it an even more premium look. The phone is thin and light, and even lighter than the Galaxy Note 3. On the front of the phone, we have the 5.5-inch screen, which is gorgeous. 5.5 inches is still too big for some people, but that doesn't take away how beautiful and sharp this IPS screen is. Colors are great right off the bat, but you can also tune them using Cyanogen's built-in color calibrator, which is really nice. Seeing the screen outdoors is not a problem either, thanks to how bright the phone can get. I'm really glad OnePlus stuck with a 1080p resolution on this phone, because I truly think 2K is not worth the hit on performance and battery, at least not this year. That being said, this phone can sprint through anything you throw at it. The Snapdragon 801 chip inside is still one of the fastest chips today and can handle any app running on it. Thanks to the phone's monstrous 3GB RAM, you can have tons of apps running in the background with no problem. However, one thing I noticed though is that even though this phone has 3GB of RAM, almost 1.5 gigs was being used, and that's only with a few apps running in the background, which is much more than the 500 to 600 megabits used on my Nexus 4 with 2GB of RAM. If I'm going to get 3GB of RAM, I'd rather have a lot of breathing room than just more unnecessary things going on in the background. But overall, top-tier games can be played without a problem at full HD resolution. I was playing Asphalt 8 and Dead Trigger 2, and it looked incredible. On the back side of the phone is the camera. For a $350 phone, I was not expecting the best camera around, but my god, it came very close. The 13-megapixel camera on the One is built by Sony and takes some really incredible pictures. Pictures in broad daylight were my absolute favorite, and HDR mode looked great. With Cyanogen's latest update, pictures at night look surprisingly great thanks to clear image mode, which reduces noise a ton. The multiple microphones on the One can also capture some really great audio when recording video, and 4K was really nice when I wanted to zoom in when taking a video. Even today, the OnePlus One can easily compete with all flagship smartphones when it comes to camera quality. One of the most important aspects of a phone, in my opinion, is the battery life, and once again, OnePlus did not skip a beat here. The 3100 mAh battery keeps this phone on all day long with some juice to spare at the end. However, it's not the best battery life in the business, with some days I was getting a little nervous in the early evening as if it would make it, and I wouldn't consider myself a power user either. A couple software updates early on caused the battery life to suffer sometimes, but in the most recent update, Cyanogen fixed it for the most part. But that's been the biggest hurdle in my experience with the OnePlus. Cyanogen's features and options to customize are great, but with every update comes a new set of bugs. If you don't mind dealing with those from time to time, like you would with any phone really, then Cyanogen isn't bad at all. My favorite features are definitely the off-screen gestures and the ability to turn software navigation keys on and off. A lot of phones have been released since the OnePlus One debuted, especially phablet competitors like the LG G3, Galaxy Note 4, and the iPhone 6 Plus are all available right now, and a Nexus phone anticipated to come this month. If you're wondering this phone is still relevant, my answer is absolutely. There is still nothing outdated about this phone, and I can't see it slowing down for a long time, especially with strong support from Cyanogen. The OnePlus One is an Android enthusiast's dream phone and will be for a while. Even today, this phone can put up a good fight for the best Android phone available now.